What's going on, everybody? We're here. Sorry about the delay. What's up?
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, man. Sorry we're a little bit late. That was my bad. Getting stuff going. By the way, on Instagram, we're going to get Alan up in here. So we're on our YouTube channel. Oh, there you are. There you are. I think you have to request to be in my thing. Is that how it works?
I think so. I'm trying right now. They so rarely let me go live on Instagram.
Oh, my God. Your volume's perfect now.
Is it really?
Yeah. I don't know what you did, but it was genius.
I started swearing.
So I think it reacts to swearing. Yeah, I think we should just keep swearing. I think that's the
fuck that shit then.
I think that's
fucking swearing.
Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Oh wait, there you are. There you are. All right, we're gonna get this going. I can't believe this technology is working out. And we'll bring people in on the live on Instagram. For those of you on YouTube, Facebook, everything. We're just here. Alan and I are here to there he is, beautiful.
Oh shit.
I love it. I took a little bit extra time. I had to get a scoop of Planta into sludge because I was starving. It's putting up a Black Friday sale. By the way, if you're going out there, it's still, if some prices aren't showing, they're still populating. Just give it a couple seconds. There's a lot of stuff going on the back end. A lot of stuff. How's everybody's Thanksgiving? How's your Thanksgiving, Al? You had a family over, right?
Yeah, just my wife, my son, and his girlfriend. And I cooked a big ass, fat ass turkey that we got from like a local farm. I try to shop local as much as possible.
Hell yeah.
So, it was good, man. I mean, it's the only day of the year I eat bird. I don't eat poultry besides that because from a bad experience from when I worked in healthcare, I toured a poultry plant. It was fucking disgusting. So,
oh my God.
Well,
I can
dude,
imagine, but you go to local farms, man. It's fucking gorgeous.
This thing was alive like 3 days ago.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
And tomorrow it's gonna be coming out of your butthole.
Yeah, imagine that. The fucking circle of life.
Circle of life. Alive, man. Lion King.
Alive to out of my butthole in a couple days.
Yeah, it's the circle of life. By the way, the cinnamon donut, every outright bar is on sale. We got 25 brands for sale. Obviously, we're gonna put on the brands that are ours. We're gonna sell the shit out of those. It's gonna be awesome, man. So we got 25% off. Orders over 40. So every order gets a free ebook that I wrote. It's a diet for between now and New Year's. Now you're gonna like this.
Awesome.
It's a fucking crash diet. 2 to 5 pounds a week of loss. But my theory is instead of like most people when they gain weight over the holidays, they keep it on. That's the fucking problem. So my thing is, you know what? Instead of fucking gaining weight, let's make it where in January you're at the indoor water park just looking like a fucking $1 million. And
I mean, if it's the weight you put on over the holiday, that's you want to get that off as fast as possible because that's the weight that stays year after year after year.
Yes.
Like if you got tons of weight to lose, like quick weight loss isn't the best. But man, if you can get the weight off from the holidays off as quickly as fucking possible, get that shit off you.
So bad. So my thing is just don't do it. You have a couple free meals built in, but I'm like, dude, if you have a goal to get as sexy as fucking possible by January, you're more likely to stick to it than if your goal is just fucking to go to a holiday party and drink eggnog and shit. And I'm like, you know what? It was actually Chad's idea. Chad's like, nobody's ever done this. So every order gets it. So if you fucking order a fucking pencil, if we sold pencils, you get that fucking book. $49 and above gets a free awesome shirt. The one I wore today in all those videos. $99 free shipping. $175 you get this fucking hoodie. Alan, these are fucking comfy as shit. I love the carpet culture ones, but these are comfy as shit. I got one to the side for you, and then $275 plus you get a free box of outright bars. So over $140 in free stuff. It's pretty dope.
Do you want to? How many flavors of outright bars do you have now?
We have 31 varieties. It's ridiculous. We have to do something about that. It's an inventory nightmare.
I can imagine that being a logistical fucking nightmare. I was just about to say that, but the cinnamon donut is what the 5-ingredient one. That is the fucking most delicious thing, man. It's my absolute favorite.
That's why people are like, well, you need more. Well, the thing is like the almond butter oatmeal raisin is a phenomenal bar. It only has 6 ingredients. And the thing is people are like, oh, your bar should be more natural. Our best-selling bars have the most delicious ingredients because the macros are about the same. And the difference is plus minus 1 to 2%. It's inclusionary ingredients. Be like, oh my God, you put no. The ingredients have that shit in them. Like, I don't like go, okay, I'm gonna put some added shit. No. Like cookie bits have cookie fucking ingredients.
Yeah, so, I mean it's
but they're fun, but it's like less than 2%. It's not even that. It's like fucking like by the time you look at the overall ingredients, it's fucking micrograms of fucking stuff. And it's like I have a choice. I can eat whatever I want. I usually go for the shit with a lot of ingredients. With well, it's not a lot. It's literally they're within 1% of each other in ingredients. It's the inclusionary delicious shit, and that's why But why don't you make more natural? Well, it's about sales. I love altruism, but like if I have a bar, like you should make more vegan bars. Vegan bars don't sell. I have to discontinue one of the flavors because they just don't fucking sell, and they're fucking delicious. But the bottom line is there's not many vegans, and the ones there are probably eat raw broccoli.
Yeah, they either eat raw broccoli or they eat all like the entire like the gluten that gluten protein shit.
Man,
the seitan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, I got vegan protein right here. I got my fucking Planta. Look at this shit. Look at that. That's so gorgeous. Look at Instagram.
Is that the peanut butter and jelly? The peanut butter and jelly Planta is fucking amazing.
This is the Twix flavor, the caramel candy bar, man. I had to get something in my stomach. I'm a little bit under my macros for today. By the way, guys, for those of you saying can't wait for the sale, it's going right now. That's why I'm here. And Alan's here, so because we have a lot of shit to talk about. For those of you who don't, we're not on that channel right now, but we do a podcast every single week, multiple times a week, called the Gainscast. So if you are not subscribed to Gainscast, GAINZCAST on YouTube. We're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're on the Google fucking podcast, whatever that is.
Spotify is cool because like you can actually watch it still too. That's what I fucking like about it. These prices are fucking amazing. I'm on your website right now.
Oh, by the way, the pasture grass-fed raised grass-fed whey. The bottom line is there's no difference. Like it's the fucking milk. It doesn't matter. But we did have one of those, by the way. We did. We had to discontinue it because no one fucking bought it. Like you always have that one guy. You need the fucking. Bottom line is it's coming out the cow's tits. I can imagine the meat, but like there's no fucking difference. We did it because we thought there was demand. Dude, I thought the vegan bar would sell like fucking crazy. I'm like, dude, we made the greatest tasting vegan bar ever known to man. And it sells pretty well, but compare it to the sales right now, Joaquin. Sales right now. It's literally right now. It's like in the fucking title. But dude, I was like, dude, this fucking vegan bar, like the no cow bar, we're gonna fucking destroy them. And it does well, but compared to like a cookies and cream, a s'mores, or a cookie dough, like I can't even like it's not even worth my time. But I do it because I think I owe it to the vegans to give them something that doesn't taste like shit. We already do it with Planta, and we're gonna do it with everything else. So I mean, I absolutely adore the vegan bars. They just don't sell as well. I would love if you guys are vegans, I want you to tell all your vegan friends to go out and buy some of the outright vegan bars so that way I can make more of them. I want to have like 8 million flavors of the vegan bars.
Damn, your protein's on fucking serious sale.
Everything's on sale, man, which is crazy because protein prices are going up. I think Optimum Nutrition's protein is like $75 for a 5-pounder. We're holding strong as long as we can. We will have to increase the price sooner or later. We're absorbing as much as we can, but I mean, I think they're $79.99 for a 5-pounder. And
right now, a 5-pound tub for you is $44.99 for your proteins. That's fucking amazing.
Insane. Stock up because the prices of whey are going up. We are going to be raising the price of our whey protein by at least 25%. And it's not, and we're actually going to make less money doing that. We are literally taking it in the keister right now. The supply chain's fucked. It just is. We're in a situation where there's a bunch of different things. There's a bunch of boats stuck at the port. I was talking to my friend who owns a large company who's worth more money than you and I combined times 12, with gold in our pockets and diamond plated piercings on our penis. And he was telling me about it. It's been his worst. He's had his worst stress ever at work because the supply chain is just destroying him.
And is it for the actual powder, the container, or both?
China's fucked. China's in a bad place right now. China is, they had a slowdown. and they had a bunch of things go weird in China, and we can go into specifics to that. I did in my creatine video. Basically, you had a combination of China shutting down shipping, and then everybody bought up all the German creatine. So there's the creatine side, and then we just had a supply. So the Germans are doing a great job, and the Creapure, we use only Creapure, and they're like, hey, you know what? We're going to build more plants, but you can't just like building. Like it took a year and a half to build my house. You can imagine what it's like to build a factory that makes protein or makes creatine or makes anything for that matter. So
you can imagine being fucking crazy.
Yeah. So it's just a change. So within, we're guessing. So here's the thing. Everybody keeps asking. So I heard things are going to loosen up in 2022. And what's crazy is it's actually when things are actually going to level is 515 days from now, 2023 is when they're projecting that things get back to normal. 2023. So we're gonna have supply chain issues for the next couple of years, and it's for us. Luckily for the outright bar, I mean, it's not creatine. You know, we've had a really good experience, but like with whey protein, with the pricing, we're not gonna be able to absorb if we're paying more to make it than you are to buy it. But we'll do as best as we can to keep it affordable and to keep it fair. Like we're not going to gouge you, but at the end of the day, we have to run a business. You know, we can't lose money on things. And I'm just bracing you guys because if you can't stock up now.
If you're looking to try a new pre-workout, by the way, I'm putting the link in for you right now. That's Ambrosia's Kinetic. The fucking shit's amazing.
Kinetic's so good, dude. Like that product right there. You know, I'm addicted to it. Like I will drink that shit 3 times a day. It's also, it has a lot of the similar ingredients to Mental Jewels. So it does for someone like us with ADHD. So usually pre-workout makes my ADHD even worse, where I'm seeing colors and I'm bouncing off walls. Ambrosia Kinetic gives me that focus. And I'm a guy but if I take, like, for example, I took MTS Sniper today, which is back in stock. In the strawberry lemonade, which is by far, in my opinion, our best flavor. I fucking love it. But what I did for that is I took it before cardio. Because cardio, who cares if you have ADHD? What are you going to walk off the road? So my brain's going all over the place, but I can't take it pre-workout anymore because for me, especially at this body fat, it hits so fucking hard. But the Ambrosia Connect hits hard, but it doesn't make my brain go all fucking Adderall.
And then I just shared the Mental Jewels. The Mental Jewels is what I use. I use that on a daily basis for my pre-workout. You know what I mean? Like because the caffeine, like I have a big cup of coffee in the morning and I'm pretty good to go. And I work out about noon, like midday. And if I have coffee like past midday, I'm fucked.
Really? It doesn't do that to me. Like I'm a caffeine guy. I'm not as caffeine of a guy as I used to be, but let's see what people are asking. So when is PB&J bar? So it usually takes about 8 to 16 weeks from final approval to packaging to get a bar out. We tried to get the PB&J bar out in 6 to 7 weeks and we failed. It will be in next week. So we're still like 5 weeks ahead of projection, but you guys will just have to buy some at full price. It is what it is, dude. We tried our best. Like my wife did all she could to get the packaging in on time, get the box in on time. We had an issue where we ordered out. We bought out, like we make a lot of bars, and we bought out the entire supply of strawberries. By the way, Justin, Clash is not dropping. Clash is an all new formula. The old Clash is gone. But if you liked Clash, Justin, Sniper is 90% similar to Clash, and that's the reason we had to differentiate. One of the reasons. Another is I like formulating things, and I think the new Clash formula is fucking awesome. But if you want a pre-workout, we got Pump and Grind, we got Sniper, we got fucking Kinetic. We got so many pre-workouts, man. We even got other brands. We got Core. I mean, you got more pre-workouts than you could wax your butt with. I'm in a fucking work right now.
How waxing your butt with pre-workout would be?
It would work if it was clumpy. Like it gets kind of gooey. Yeah, I mean, we played this game 5 seconds. Have you ever played 5 second rule? We played that tonight, the family. It's where it gives you you hand out like you have to name like 3 of whatever. Like name 3 things that you do before you go to bed. And of course, or when you're not watching. Of course, my son's 13. He's like, I play with my penis. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't say that part
Did
out
not
loud.
need to know that. So.
Well, I mean, I remember when I was 13 years old, and I'm not going to deny, 13 years old, your fucking bathroom becomes Disneyland.
Yeah.
Wait,
like alone time becomes massively important.
It was very important at 13. So best tasting way, dude, go with the go with the PB Cooks or the ice cream sandwich. Peanut butter cookies and cream is our best seller. It just is. Anything with cookies and cream in the name. If you like, basically, what ice cream do you like? That's it.
You still sell the apple pie?
Apple pie is seasonal, and we didn't get it in time yet. I don't know. We might have. I don't fucking know. We have like 30 flavors. We have like 17 flavors. We might, probably not. Probably not. Oh man, this guy on Instagram is in Redcon. Not Redcon. I was reading another. Is in Melbourne, Australia. Man, I'm so sorry for the Nazis taking over your country. What the fuck's going on there, Alan?
Dude, I don't know. We got to watch though. We're not on that channel, so I don't want to fucking get. We don't want to get Tiger Fitness in trouble.
I just want to say it like the people who fought in World War II. My wife's grandfather, before he passed away, he said Nazis. Like it wasn't Nazis, it was the Nazis. We were out there fighting the Nazis. Yeah, the Nazis. Let's see. So yeah, the best tasting way, dude. Go with any of the cooks. If you like mint, like mint cookies and cream ice cream, go with that. Yeah, the Creatine Pure I'm hoping to have back sometime in December. So we got a shitload in. Like we got a ton. And it sold out in 2 days. And I could have, so we had to make the price $19.99. It was $13. It was $14.99, $13.99 or $14.99. I could have made it $29.99 and sold it just as fast. Yeah. But I had a real ethical dilemma. And to be honest with you, so did my team. Like we have a guy who's actually I'm actually seeing his messages pop up on my screen. His name's Andy the Yingling. He's the guy behind everything. He's the guy. Like Andy's a fucking savant. The guy's smart as shit. And Andy's like, we can't do that to our customers. And I'm like, God, I have a great team. I have such a good ethical team. Speaking of ethical, let me go to Instagram right now. What is on Instagram? Where are we at? Oh, Redcon has new pre-workout snitch. Speaking of ethics, how's Redcon? Did you see the boating under the influence one?
Yeah. What? That's dangerous as fuck too, by the way.
Oh, dude, it's like a fucking boat.
Yeah. And in reality, like while you're out in the open, it's not, obviously there's not that many around you. But when you go to dock and shit like that, it's dangerous as fuck. You can fuck some people up seriously. And dude, those things sinking a boat is a big fucking deal. It's not something small, Well, and they blow up easy and all sorts of shit, dude.
Hey, dude, it's a moving like gas tank that goes really fast and is really heavy. You know what? I hate to say it, but karma's kind of a bitch.
But that was like recently. That's what I don't get. Like you're already in shit ton. Like normally when people are in shit tons of trouble, they kind of just like fucking sit on their hands a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just another thing. Like in this last year, we talk about how seriously we've taken life and health in this last year. Like I used to drink beer. Like I was known for drinking beer, dude. Like I used to drink beer and whiskey a lot. And I just don't anymore. Like in this last year, like if you can't fucking wake up a little bit, to maybe you shouldn't be fucking going out on a boat and getting hammered to the point where like when you're already in legal trouble and shit like that. I don't even know. Like maybe it goes to one of those adages like money does not make you mature. Like I mean, for most people, it just really doesn't. No.
Oh, by the way, the M shirts, the MTS logo, they're all available. They're listed under the Tiger Dry shirt. So go to the if you go to my description on Facebook, on YouTube, on whatever, it has all of that shit listed.
We've got a question from 2017 on here.
Oh wow, where are we at? I got hold on. Let me go back there. Where? I could
your thoughts on Rich P slapboxing Jason Genova. What the fuck did you like? Did you type that in 2017 and just hit enter? What the fuck?
Did he have a computer in his DeLorean?
Because what the? I mean, that's.
Wow, that's. Oh, the website's going fine, Joaquin. We're getting orders and everything. Let's see what we got. I'm trying to answer questions while we go. Top 3 selling outright bar. Oh, that's easy. So it's different when you look at retailers versus Tiger Fitness. For example, Alan's favorite, the cashew butter cinnamon donut. That one is it's in the top 3 on Tiger Fitness. However, overall, we have a clear-cut top 3. This includes mainly grocery stores. So if I have, for example, a company that might be the largest sport nutrition retailer in the country, where they're picking up the bars. I'm letting them have them after years of me kind of playing hard to get because of other things. And I'm like what should we do? I'm like, I'm only letting you get 3 flavors. I want to mitigate my risk. And they're like, cool. And I know what flavors I'm going to go with because they sell every fucking time. And I have a story about that. So it's actually s'mores, cookie dough, cookies and cream. So the order of sales, cookies and cream is number 1, cookie dough number 2, s'mores number 3. Always. That's what we sell in the HEB. That's what we sell in the Giant Eagle. So at Quick Trip, we actually went with cookie dough, cookies and cream, and cinnamon sugar, the cashew butter. And the cashew butter sold for shit. I mean, it sold all right, but compared to cookie dough, it was just a bomb. So we swapped them out. So it was pretty. So like, yeah, what sells online is different because you guys are much more sophisticated and ingredient savvy than someone who goes to a grocery store. At the end of the day, man, we're running a business, and we gotta give people what they want, And if people want the delicious, like peanut butter jelly is so fucking good. I cannot wait I don't even have it at my house. And I'm allowed like one every fucking week because of my fucking prep. But I'm going to eat like a fucking box of those a day. But for now, if you go with cookie dough, cookies and cream, and s'mores, you can't go wrong. But every flavor's fucking good.
The guy said I recently watched it. Yeah, I remember watching that happen, like the day that happened, where I was just like, what the fuck?
I did a reaction video on the Marc Lobliner channel, I believe. And it got a ton of views because it was a big deal. Like Rich Piana slapped the shit out of that kid. And it was weird because I don't know if Rich knew how on the spectrum Jason was. And I think Rich genuinely felt bad about slapping the shit out of him.
I mean, I've heard mixed things about the dude. I never knew Piana. So I've never met him. So
did we talk about that on a podcast? Because I remember, I think we might have discussed him, but Rich and I hated each other. We didn't like each other at all. We did a tour of Australia and we literally ignored each other the whole time. And in Australia, they have these taxis where you're literally facing, like you're looking at the other guy, like right across from them. And we literally sat there the whole time. And I'm sitting by Doug Miller and Sean Torbati. And I go to Doug and I whisper in his ear, I'm like, Doug, I'm going to just stare at him the whole fucking time. And so I'm sitting there staring at him and none of us have internet. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere. We're in like Bundaberg or some fucking weird ass town. And this guy, he's looking at his phone like he's like texting, and we all know he doesn't have the cell. But I'll tell you what, Rich was the hardest working man I think I've ever met. And I'm not even playing. This dude would literally stay at a trade show on his feet, eating while talking to people. Like he'd be there from open to close. Like as much as Rich and I, while he was alive, didn't like each other. Now that he's passed away, I have tremendous respect for the man. So, I mean, it's hindsight's 2020. I wish, and I take full accountability. I was probably part of the reason we didn't like each other. And I wish I would have gotten to know him as a person and not just been whatever part I played in being a dick, I played my part. And that sucks because I think we could have actually got along on many levels. And I say that about a lot of relationships I've wrecked, it's like.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of do the same, but at the same time, it's like, you look back, like I said, I've never met him. I only know him from what people like. I've had a few people be like, "Hey, I was really good friends with him. He was a great guy." But I've also had people be like, "Man, he owes me thousands of dollars still," shit like that. Well, somebody asked if they buy 10 to 12 boxes of outright bars, will they have to pay for shipping? And that's
no.
I mean,
no, you're good. You're good. So here's the thing: caffeine makes you feel horrible, and I don't know why because everybody else drinks it. Well. Different people react differently to different substances. For example, certain supplements that some people take will make them feel nauseous or bad. Every body is different, And if you have a reaction to something, it could just be your own natural biochemistry. Certain people, like for example, certain people get paresthesis from beta alanine, which is tingles. Certain people don't. Some people like the tingles, some people don't. And coffee is also something that you build up caffeine is something you build up a tolerance to. So I assure you that if you were to just drink it, like you'd probably get used to it. And this effect, but I'm not saying you need to start downing caffeine. I'm just saying that, it just different people react differently to different things, man. It like, for example, if Alan and I took Adderall, we'd be like, okay, we're calm. If someone without ADHD took Adderall, they'd be flying fucking off walls and fucking beating chickens.
Beating chickens.
It's been a long day.
That's an ADHD thing right there. Just like your brain just grabbed something. No shit.
Yeah, I had itis after dinner. I had that. My wife made this filet and it was so good. And for some reason, I just couldn't stay awake. I was like, I got to go to sleep. I was like, I had the itis. And now I woke up and I'm like, okay, I could do this. I'm good.
Yeah, I took a little nap too. Because I normally don't eat that much food all at one sitting anymore either. So, I mean, I did eat big. And I was like, we just kind of sat back and my wife and I were watching something. I passed all the way the fuck out.
Yeah, so creatine, our MTS Creapure, it'll be in stock probably sometime in mid-December, I'm hoping. If everything goes well, that's best case scenario. For now, you have we have a lot of good brands that we carry. I believe we have Core's creatine's a good one. Blackstone Labs is a good creatine. I tested Blackstone's creatine. It came out on point. So, they're not Creapure. So, I like Creapure a lot better. But if you're looking for creatine to tie you over, we have it at Tiger Fitness, and Blackstone Labs and Core. They're both on sale for 25% off for the sale.
I absolutely love the fact that fucking that Chris Jones has a Hangover Cure on his fucking brand. I didn't even notice that. That's
one of my favorite formulas I created, and it just didn't sell that well. It actually really works.
I'm sure
it's not a good seller because it appears that while Chris does cut a rug, I don't think many of his followers do. The sales are really poor. So we have some left, but we're not making it anymore. So if you want cut a rug, it's gone after we sell out. But yeah, that was Chris. I was like, Chris, you're always like getting drunk. Like we should probably do something to help hangovers. And so I did all this research, got some really good ingredients in it. And it works. It works. I mean, from what I hear, I don't drink. I'm not going to pretend that I take it. But yeah, the data's there. Look up the ingredients, look up the studies, look at the PubMeds. And did you see that study I posted at Cernovic today about the cardiorespiratory? But I am so far now. I'm excited because I remember reading about it, and Cernovic caused me to dive into it again today. And so basically, it's about cardio. It's better when you do a combination of both HIIT and this versus doing just one or the other, which is actually pretty fucking cool. And the cardiorespiratory benefits it was on obese people, but we're all trying to figure out, and Cernovic's a meathead for those of you who are on Twitter. We're all trying to figure out why all these fucking healthy people are dying. And we kind of know why the pro athletes are dying. We have a good idea about it, but like we've seen a lot of people, like we want to mitigate that as much as possible. So I'm looking into different cardio benefits, different supplements, different lifestyle choices. And I think we're all on the same page. We just don't want people to die.
I mean, how hard is it for people to accept that? Like, and my thing is, if all of a sudden deaths go up for any reason, and especially in a group where it's health related, for all we fucking know, it could be something in their training that everybody's doing. So let's take a serious fucking look at it. You know what I mean? Like what environment has changed from one year to another year to all of a sudden create so many blood clot issues and so many heart related issues, And if it's multiple things, let's check out the multiple things, because that's the fucking crazy shit.
Whatever it is, and we get in trouble because we hey, this makes sense that it could be this. Like, oh my God, you're anti-black. And I'm like, whoa. This is called being pro-science. In science, you throw shit. Here's what science is. You throw a fucking hypothesis at the wall and see if it fucking sticks.
Yep.
That's science. So if we're not making absurd guesses, it just means we're fucking stupid and you shouldn't listen to us. But we're fucking genius. We've been right so off. So we've been so fucking right this year, man.
I mean, I have not missed. Neither of you. I got to change my headset. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll take over with the questions, guys. Stinger gets it. Okay, Blackstone. Will Blackstone still be in business? Yes. I have no doubt Blackstone will stay in business. They did a lot of things on the back end to help mitigate a lot of these issues going on. I think they'll be fine. And I talked to PJ Braun today. As you guys know, PJ is a good friend of mine. Wished him a happy Thanksgiving, sent prayers and blessings to him and his family. I didn't do the same to Aaron, but I did talk to PJ today. He's in good spirits. And, you know, I got a lot of hate for coming out for PJ. I actually had one guy leave a 19-minute call yelling at our customer service guy, Trey, about me not hating PJ. It was actually, I got to send you this voice call. It's fucking great, Alan. But this guy rambled on and whatever. At the end of the day, man, you know, did PJ make mistakes? I'll be the first one to look him in the eye and say, you fucked up. You fucked up. However, can you come back? Like, Alan, you and I talk all the time. Like, we've done some really fucked up things in our lives that, well, not fucked up, like fucking fucked up, but we've done some things that we're not necessarily proud of. But, you know, I think human beings, and that's the whole point of, like, you look at religion, you look at, like, you have this opportunity to make good, to redeem yourself, to repent. And that's what we do. And that's what I believe that PJ's done. And I think he has a new outlook on life. I think has much more perspective. And what he did in the past, I'm not going to take up for putting illegal steroids on the market and selling them over the counter. I'm not going to take up for that. But can you say that a man cannot come back from that? Like, he didn't. And I think he can. Like, we forgive people much more. Like, we have NFL players who literally shot people, and we forgive them. We watch them play football. So, you know, the thing about
back then, though, too, is that, like, it was like the fucking Wild West when all that shit was going on too, for YouTube and fitness and shit like that. Like, it's not like, to be real, it's not like there's other people that aren't doing crazy shit still in fitness. You know what I mean? Like, that are just, like, wow, they just took it one step further, which was fucked up. I mean, super fucked up. But dude, I mean, like, he's gonna do his time. I mean, it is what it is.
He didn't snitch like a little bitch,
right? I mean, and I hate. And I know people are like, well, why wouldn't people snitch? You know, they're just trying to be like, because it's a man code thing. I understand for this new generation, it's like, because most of you guys need fucking vaginal wipes. I fucking understand that most of you guys don't fucking get that shit. But I'm sorry, if you fuck up, wear it. You know what I mean? Like, don't fucking offer somebody else up, especially one of your fucking friends. You know,
and the thing is, they went to the finish line. Like, they spent 4 years fighting this. Last minute, without telling him or his lawyers, he copped a plea, and also he violated that plea. On Bravo's video.
I haven't seen Bravo's video.
Oh shit, I didn't send it to you. So John Bravo, if you guys, John Bravo TV on YouTube. So he did a video. So basically, it's clearly outlined in his plea that if he breaks the law like you just did, that his plea bargain and everything they offered him is off the table. So he just ratted someone out for no reason. That's not
fucking crazy.
It's so crazy. But I want to, Nick. So cookies and cream and peanut butter outwards the best on the market. Keto ones are too dry and bitter. So keto bar we tried really hard. And I think we made the best keto bar out there, but you guys are used to eating delicious cookies and cream outright bars. For a keto dieter who's eating butter and fucking steak, it's great. For a person who's eating cookies and cream outright bars, it's not as good. So I'll tell you this, we're going to run them out as far as packaging and everything. But if you like the keto outright bars, buy them now, because they're not here to stay. They're just not. They just don't sell. I mean, you gotta, like, with bar flavors and concepts, you gotta kind of, again, it's like science. You throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
I will say this for the keto brownie bar you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put that one in the microwave for about 10 seconds, by the way, it changes the entire fucking world of it.
Yeah, I don't want to have people microwave things. You know, it's like
I know. I'm just saying for me.
Yeah, we did our best, and I think we did a phenomenal job. I'm very proud of that bar. But again, if it ain't selling great, you know, we have to do the right thing for the company and everything. And it's just one of those things we do our best. And for example, white chocolate cranberry is one of our best sellers. And who would have ever thought that flavor combination would do it, right? Like we don't know. Like we do our best. So where's Jason Jova nowadays? I have no idea. Have you seen Genova?
I watch you and like one or two other people on YouTube. I watch Sean Najaway because I think he does a good job, but I also think I think Sean does a good job with the V-Shreds videos, and I'm just not making them no more. So I fucking refuse. I just don't wanna anymore. Like what else am I gonna say about it? But that's what I was talking about, like PJ and stuff like that. There's still plenty of people doing fucking unscrupulous shit in fitness. So he's gonna do his time. Fuck it, you know.
It's life, man. You know, you make choices and you have to deal with the consequences. I've had to deal with consequences myself. I like when people are like, you don't know what you would do. I'm like, do you know my past? Like, do you know any shit I did as a teenager? Like, just because I'm a fucking white guy in Brentwood, Tennessee right now, doesn't mean that I went from Inglewood to Brentwood, bro. Like, this ain't, like, the people out here are a little bit different. They're built different than me. They're built a little bit different. Like, they get mad when their coffee's bitter at Starbucks. I'm like, shit, I can afford Starbucks? Like, this fucking great. Is toffee flavor popular? It's actually one of our better sellers at the Vitamin Shop. Yeah, but look, man, I mean, this whole thing, I really, I want the best for everybody, but at the end of the day, man, some people are just inherently evil. And I don't think PJ's inherently evil, but I'm not going to take up for anybody else who, you know, I think narcissism and ego and all that plays a role. And a healthy ego is a good ego, but an unhealthy ego is a really bad ego. So, I mean,
somebody asked if there's a code. No. The sales are right on. They're already taking off the products.
That'd be a pain in the dick trying to get everybody a code. Sure. What part of Nashville do you live in? So I live right outside of Nashville in a city called Brentwood, Tennessee. So there's Nashville surrounded by Nashville, Brentwood, Franklin. And on the other side, there's, you know, Smyrna and all that shit. So, yeah, we absolutely love it here. It's the greatest fucking place in the world.
It's a nice area.
Greatest fucking area. I love it. I absolutely love it. Integrity over everyone else and own mistakes. Absolutely. Ordered Pump Chasers pre. Can't wait. So it's such a good tasting pre, and it's our most. So just to give you a heads up, Pump Chasers Pump and Grind is our most expensive pre-workout we make, meaning how much it costs to make it, because it's so fully loaded. And it's because, you know, we wanted to make a great product to back up what Chris is. Chris is all about dosing and doing the right, and that's his thing. Like, and he's a guy who wanted something really great. And with someone like Chris, none of us want to ever bastardize someone's name to make more money. Like Chris's reputation is that product. So you think about like Brandon and 015, you think about Chris and Pump Chasers. Like if they come out with a subpar shitty product, that fucks up their entire reputation for everything else they do. So when I help these guys and I work with my team to formulate these products, I'm not only formulating a product, I'm also helping protect not only a brand, which is mine because my name's behind it, but also protect the brand of Chris Jones, the brand of Brandon Curry, you know, the brand of, because last thing I want to do is have any part in hurting someone's career. That's just
you lift people up. There's no fucking doubt.
Yeah, wait till they see the weekend coming though. That's gonna be fun.
No shit. Well, I mean, what we got coming is not even. I mean, it's not even just fitness based. It's for fucking everybody.
Yeah, that's what's really cool. That's what's really cool. Is Gaspari Monohydrate good? I haven't tested it. I'd imagine if you buy it from Tiger Fit, they're on sale too. So I wouldn't think it wouldn't be. But I told you the ones I tested, the ones that I trust. But not saying I don't trust theirs. It's just I'm not gonna stamp it at this point.
Just want to say how much you guys inspire me. How much you inspire this Mark. Mark inspired him. God, like I said, I took a nap. Getting my CPT so I can help people. Hey, the thing about getting a certified personal trainer certificate, just make sure you continually educate yourself, because a lot of times when you get a CPT, you are getting like you learn how to do their method. Like NASM's just as good as ACE if you ask me, but for NASM, like you're trying to find out, like they teach you their method, of how to train people. Just make sure you keep increasing your knowledge. Like Mark, you're certified in like 25,000 things or something like that.
Every year I try to do something, even CrossFit, and it's I like learning things, and even if it's something I don't know. That's the thing about CrossFit, as I wasn't a big fan of it, and I wanted to find out what the thing was. So I'm like, well, why don't I get certified in this, and that way I know what I'm talking about. Nothing's worse than someone who shits on something and has no idea what it's about. So I mean, if I shit on CrossFit, it's because I'm shitting on CrossFit. It's not because I'm ignorant.
CrossFit reminds me a lot like other fitness, except for like the potential for danger. Like I've met plenty of really good certified personal trainers and really shitty certified personal trainers. Same thing. Like I've met a few people that own CrossFit gyms that have like master's degrees in biomechanics and science and stuff like that, who understand body movement and everything like that. And they preach safety and everything like that. And then I've met the other guys. It's like they get it on the weekend and it's like grip it and rip it, and they fucking teach like soccer moms how to fucking do the snatch on their fucking first day, and then have them competing a week later. Like shit like that. It's
nuts. Hey, here's a good question. I had one. There's one that's off topic. We'll get to on Instagram. I didn't see who asked it. It's going too fast, but it was like thoughts on Islam. I always like addressing those. I love talking about stuff like that. I think it's cultural. I love it. From AM Gang over here on YouTube. What do you think about fitness YouTube in today's day and age? OGs like Nick Wright, Barthel, Hodge Twins, Ogets, etc. are done. So I guess new era. Now I come from the old era. Like I come from like when I started YouTube, it was Hodge Twins, Louis Marco, and Scooby, and that was pretty much fucking it. And then I came along, and then you had after that, about a year and a half later, you had the CTs come out. From him, you got Big Rob and Mike Rashid. A lot of them are gone. Like CT can't do YouTube anymore because, and he's my business partner. CT just can't, he can't do what he used to do because he had obviously the big heart issues. Now, my whole thing about the YouTubes is, you have a situation where people move on. And it's funny because I have 390, I have like almost 400,000 subscribers, and people are like, your views don't match your subscribers. I'm like, yeah, a lot of the subscribers I got before 2015. So I just looked at my YouTube channels. It's funny. I have like 5 channels, and I'm 5 user accounts through Google, and I'm subscribed to all these channels, and I don't even use the YouTube channel anymore. So the more you age, so to speak, the more your channel's around, the more you have subscribers who they subscribed to me when they were in their 20s. And now they're in their fucking late 30s with 3 kids. They're not watching Marc Lobliner scream boom at the camera. Yeah. And at the same time, I've aged. Like I'm 41 years old, and my hobby is literally coaching fucking soccer and wrestling. Like I'm not cool. And then you get someone really cool and edgy. You get like a Christian Guzman or somebody much younger and better looking than me, who puts together not better content. I think my content, as far as knowledge goes, is far beyond everybody's. But I think that, once you have these good looking, young, attractive guys, you got people like C-Bum and stuff, I just know my place. I have no ego in it. I have a good following. I have a good base, but I think that, Ogus moved on. Like, look at his Instagram. The guy's, he's got kids and he's got a wife and he's still in amazing shape. And you look at other guys, like you look at Nick Wright, and he's moved on. And I think people just move on. And, I just refuse to stop putting out information. The Hodge twins are now, they went the comedian route. Now they're the black conservative route. So, I mean, a lot of guys just switch what they do, because at the end of the day, when one shtick isn't working, you got to switch it. I don't have shticks.
No, I think that the biggest change from just in the short time I've been on YouTube was right when I got in. It was still like a lot of us just reacted to each other on a very quick level. Like, meaning like we would rip out videos about each other. Like, I mean, I remember at a couple times I would have a video waiting if somebody said my name. Yeah. Like, no matter what. Like I could just press release on that motherfucker, But I think now they really depend so much on production and lighting and all that shit. Like, I still film in my car. It's still my favorite fucking place to film. The acoustics and shit. I mean, I love that shit. And like, I think it's different for people like you and I. And this is not to knock most of these new guys, because I'm not saying they can't do it. But if you watch a lot of these new guys go live, they get that fucking deer in headlights look, because they're used to having their notes and shit like that. Where you and I and a lot of other people, and there are some new ones that are really intelligent, that know their shit. But a lot of these new people are very much fluff, and they're very much following kind of like the algorithm. They try to suck off the algorithm, basically. They get the right thumbnail, they get the right tag words, they get the right topics, and so many of them will just suck their audience's dick. I mean, they're just like, what videos you want me to make, guys? What videos you want me to make, guys? What videos you want me to make, guys?
Yeah.
And that's cool, because I understand you're trying to, and money's involved, and you're trying to make sure your audience gets what they want. But when you only tell your audience the things they want to hear, or you only do the stuff that they want to hear, oftentimes that makes it so your audience is actually doing the content. They're just puppeting your voice, you know? Whereas you and I and people like us, and I mean, there's not just me and you, there's plenty of people, will literally say the shit that's on our mind. And I think that that's what's changed to a great degree, is that like, it's become much more about production and the show versus the actual content and thought, you know?
Well, yeah, 2020 displayed that, where Alan and I, we literally went out, and I got shadow banned on YouTube. And that's one of the reasons my views are down. And, you know, because we had something to say about what was going on in the country, and we wanted to save lives. You know, I got shadow banned for literally talking about vitamin D. And that was before we even called it the C word. It was called coronavirus. Yeah. And all I said was, hey, you know, a lot of the years, vitamin D is as effective as the flu vaccine in preventing the flu. So I don't know what this thing is that's out there, but just go ahead and take vitamin D just to be safe. And YouTube didn't like that. So most people during this year Cali Muscle was out, you know, putting a mask on, eating at McDonald's, and like these guys were just, and other guys were just doing whatever, just grifting, when Alan and I totally shifted focus and started talking about how to keep people from dying, which honestly my crowd might not give a fuck about, because it's Tiger Fitness. You know, a lot of people on YouTube, they just want to know how to build big biceps, this and that. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, gyms were closed. I wasn't about to go to a gym I have access to and flex in front of everybody that I could train and they can't. And so we just started going out and doing topic videos, and Alan was doing the same thing. We were yelling and screaming, trying to get people to listen, trying to get people to save their own lives. And here we are. And the other guys, you know, they were busy just doing things selfishly. And that's fine. That's how they pay their bills. But Alan and me never paid our bills with social media. Alan worked in healthcare for years. I worked in, obviously I'm behind the scenes. I do my thing, and I own multiple businesses. So, I mean, for us, it's more of an altruistic view of how we get out and we talk to people, and we have a platform. If I disagree with something, I can say it. And even if 10 people hear it, that's good enough for me.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing. The goal is like, the goal becomes how popular you can be. And that's a very dangerous thing. Like, I mean, that's why a lot of these people buy their characters. Like I talked about Callie the other day. Did you said you were going to talk to him, but I talked about Callie the other day, and like this is not against him or anything like that, but this is for him and a lot of other of these guys. They got to give up the character at some point in time. I wish sometimes I could give up my, like I don't play a character. It's actually who the fuck I am, unfortunately. Sometimes
that's it's scary, but it's actually true. I mean, with both of us, people are like, wow, you're just like you were on YouTube. I'm like, we expected something different.
Yeah. But when these guys live these crazy ass lives and characters on TV, it's like, that's what killed Piano too. Like Piano lost who the fuck he was. And he became, Rich Piana, that was larger than life on camera, and it had to stay that way. Like, man, the dude was fucking 45 years old, man. He was almost the same age as me, 300 some pounds, fucking doing all sorts of crazy shit. It's time, bro. Like, I mean, it's like, the very second you start having trouble, it's time. It's
dangerous when you start buying into your own hype.
Yes,
That's the most dangerous thing. And I've done it. I've been there, and my hype sucked. But I got, my head got a little big for my liking, and it took me down the wrong path and almost destroyed my life. And I think that, from perspective, you just gotta kind of keep that in perspective of what you're doing. But going back to social media and YouTube, I miss the old days. Like we actually were, I mean, I was talking to Jerry Ward about this. Like we were all kind of friends. Like we'd hang out. We go to trade shows and we'd fuck around and hang out. You'd have the twins. You'd have Jerry. Like we were all friends. We'd all collaborate. It was a fucking great time. When we'd orchestrate shit too, like August versus Jones competing, that was the funniest shit ever. Chris ended up not competing, but like we'd literally be messaging August and Jones like, hey, what should I do a video on? And then Matt's like, I'll do something about him dropping out. Okay. So we'd literally work together, and we weren't playing you guys, but we were out there, and we were providing this like kind of this web of entertainment when it was just like, it wasn't like fucking, Doucette going out, is this guy natty or not? No, it was like we were literally out there, but we were doing it though. Like we were out there, we were training together. We were having these really cool times. I'd go out and I'd eat pizza with the twins. It was a different era, and it was kind of fucking cool. It was a really good time.
I wish we could get like, the world's gotten so serious and it's gotten so diverse and so polarized, I'll talk to anybody. Because I have like right now I have clients on every political spectrum, lots of clients from overseas. I've got trans clients, gay clients, bi clients, married, all sorts of shit. I just think that like this stuff has just gotten really tribal because people's egos are involved. And I find it weird that like people can't be, I don't know, like we've reached a stage in society where somebody can tell me to fuck off and insult me, and I'm just like, that's how I grew up, dude. Like, I mean, I'm a Generation X person. Like,
yeah,
me and my wife were talking about today. Like, I fucking, like the way I talk to people is how me and my friends used to sit around when we were in our early 20s and just drink beer together and fucking, we'd talk about each other that way. We'd make fun of each other, like that's what we did,
It was good times. It was much more lighthearted. I think it's still there though. Like I pretend I don't hear it, but I walk by so I coach the wrestling team. They talk a lot of shit, but the football team, man, they say the same incorrect shit that we said back in the day. And I'm a coach. I'm an actual, like, I'm a teacher, basically. Mm-hmm. I walk by and I'm like, I didn't hear a fucking word this kid said. Because I'll be like, it's the same politically incorrect, just shit. Like, and they throw on words that you're not supposed to say, which gives me hope. It gives me hope that not everyone is a butthurt little bitch, and we could joke around about people's differences, and we could joke around about my big ass Junos, and we could joke around about shit like that. And that's what I miss. That's what I miss. I miss being able to, and we do. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I'm with my friends, we talk racist shit to each other. We just fucking do, and it's fun. And I'm not dropping the N-bomb, right? I'm not that stupid. And anyway, I don't even think I can say that word.
Yeah. But I mean, well, and also you're talking most of your friends are black too. So, I mean,
you have to be able to make fun and be lighthearted about, about people, about things. And you just have to be able to have that perspective and not take yourself too seriously. Like, dude, I make more Holocaust jokes than anybody I know of.
Yes, you do.
And guess what? How else are you supposed to cope with that shit? It was a really fucking bad time.
Yeah, the one video you did with Matt Morano, 2 Jews in an oven.
That was
the cooking video. I can't even believe, like, I was the title. Every time I see it, just makes me cry. I mean, I'm laughing right now.
I need that now that he moved back to New York. I need a new Jew.
It's so like horrible. I'm so mad at myself for smiling and laughing about it because it's so bad. But like you say, it's funny. But
I mean, the thing is, we had Manischewitz. We poured some out for the homies. Said 1945. It was so for us. Like,
I love that shit.
I've actually like, dude, like, but I
cope. The more inappropriate, the better. Okay.
Well, I mean, you've heard me talk about like some shit from my childhood, and I make fun of it. Like, I'm like, why am I gonna cry? There's nothing you can fucking do. Like you just smile. If there's a book called by Charles Glassner, and I think I told you it's called Choice Theory. And I see humor as choice theory. If you get the audiobook, it's good to listen to while you're on your morning walks. I absolutely love shit like that, but there's no point in dwelling on the past, you know? You just move forward and you put a smile on your face and you try not to fuck up again. And I think that's the perspective we all have, you know. It's here's one. So Elliot Hulse, have you seen his new stuff, Alan? I actually like Elliot a lot. I talk to him once in a while.
Elliot's crazy.
He's nuts, but
did you see? I did a few videos on him when he was fully losing his mind. Like, I mean, when he was like actually losing it, like the one video of him and Wim Hof is the funniest shit.
I didn't see that.
Oh God, he's just so fucking crazy.
So Elliot, he actually was very nice when I was in Florida. I didn't have time to go there. He invited me out to his new training facility, and really nice guy. I met Elliot at the believe it or not, the Iron Addicts Miami opening, where that was drug rated later on. Everybody was there though. That's where I met Bradley Martin for the first time. Like, it was an awesome, and Jason Genova was there. And the funny thing is, like, Elliot, you know, here's what I see. I see Elliot, and I'm not saying he's disingenuous, but it seems like when one of his characters kind of stops getting more popular, he moves to another thing. And the twins did the same thing. They went from fitness to fasting to comedy to politics, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that with Elliot, he went from the strength guy, he literally was recording an audiobook in his fucking house with a pillow as a mic, like a pillow and a microphone to make it sound okay. Like, his story is phenomenal. And and now then he goes to like this right-wing thing, and now he's like in the woods wrestling dudes naked. So it's
the grounding camp thing's weird. I can't get there.
I saw a video of it, and I'm not. Dude, you like the shirt's awesome. I'm glad you like it. I can't pronounce your name. Elliot, I love the guy. I really do, as a person. And honestly, I find him just fucking captivating, because I watched one of his videos where it was like dudes sitting in a circle wrestling, and I'm like, we have a lot of but I'm like, I have a lot of gay friends. In fact, my buddy, you met Aaron. Aaron's my favorite gay friend, the publicist at the Rumble, the really gay guy who took all the good pictures. Yeah. And, but dude, that was some of the gayest stuff I've ever seen. Dudes in a circle wrestling. I'm like, this is going to make you more of a man.
They pay like $1,300 for that shit to get to be manly. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey man,
but I appreciate the hustle. No fucking shit. Like, I really do. I appreciate.
I'm not even mad. It's not my thing, but hey, you do your thing. So KC DeMost, this guy, you see his picture today. Went from 6X to
fucking dude. Great job, Casey. By the way.
Hey, it's David Pope. He's our CPA. He's doing all our stuff.
What's up, man?
You get shadow banned for any thought that leans conservative. Mark, have you always gambled on yourself as an investment, or do you have some traditional investments? So I'm well vested. My best investment is my house. It's appreciated nearly double since I bought it a year and a half ago. That was on accident. I do have some crypto. I have your standard 401k, Roth IRAs. I do work with a very good Fisher Wealth Management out there in North Carolina. They do a great job in diversifying and investing my wealth into, different things. My next, there's a lot of things I do. If you've ever heard of Dave Ramsey, his son lives right by me. He lives right up the road from me. So Dave Ramsey is, I like a lot of what he says. So I am debt free. I don't carry debt. I don't buy things I can't afford 12 times. And I even made a post the other day about the freedom when you live within your means. Mm-hmm. I live well within my means. You'll never see me. The thing is, people be like, well, you have a big house. I'm like, my big house literally doubled. I literally doubled my money in a year, like in a year and a half. That's not a cost. That's an asset. That's an investment.
Yeah. But, and another thing too, like and this is to everybody, Mark is way more humble than what people think. That's the thing. You could have a very lavish house. Like There's no flashy cars. I mean, your entire life is based around your fucking building new businesses and your fucking your family. So,
well, I don't have a car payment. I haven't made it. I don't have a car payment.
Yeah.
I don't have bills. You know, I live within my means, and you know, I want my kids. I live a very comfortable life. I mean, if I want to, like, you know, I was just talking to my wife. She was really upset because we bought. Now we didn't go out to dinner and we didn't do a stand, but my wife was upset because we spent $77 on fillets for dinner tonight, and she was upset. And then I looked and I'm like, Katie, we have enough fucking fillets for the next 3 days. Like we literally, if you divide that, that's only like $20 a day. Like, and we're eating fucking fillet, but we're just those people who we still coupon clip. You know, we still look for deals. My wife belongs to Rakuten and all these different things. And, you know, she has it used to be Ebates, now it's Rakuten.
Yeah.
Like we're absolute fucking cheap bastards, but we spend money on our kids. Like they have, if they need, you know, my daughter, she really beats her body up. So if she needs to get body work done by a massage therapist or a chiropractor, we get it done. If my kids need whatever, my kids need new cleats, I'm going to buy them new cleats. I'd rather be able to do that than have a Ferrari. And I also have a great advisor like David Pope, who's right here right now. You know, he's guided me through a lot of different things. If I have a question, I call somebody smarter than me. You know, I'll call David or I'll call somebody who, usually David, who can guide me into how to best, for example, like when you're setting up corporations, there's C Corps, there's S Corps. We have in one company, we have like 12 different companies, the way you set it up. And it's insane. So, you know, surrounding yourself with people better than you, I think is the greatest thing someone can do. And if you're I think the best thing I ever learned is if you're the smartest person in the room, find a new room.
Find a new room. Absolutely. And I think people don't try to continually educate themselves enough either. Like that's a huge thing. So, you know, one of the people asked, not to switch the subject, one of the people asked about the eating channels and the mukbang channels and stuff like that. That's another thing too. The YouTube has changed a lot also. Like in the last couple of years, YouTube has gotten to be very much where, I mean, you can tell what ads they're trying to push and what content they absolutely want to push. It used to be, it was kind of like a free-for-all thing. And I still don't know anybody that knows how to work the algorithm. Like
everybody thinks you.
It's a guess. Like it's a total fucking guess on how to work the algorithm. You know, where it's like, I'll try this title in this time. We don't get a list of words that cause it to be suppressed or a list of words that cause it to be recommended. I mean, like it's a guessing game, and that's cool. I mean, it's their platform. I am interested to see what will happen when, because all the social media platforms are obviously very one way right now. I'm interested to see what will happen when the Donald has his truth thing. You know, like I'm interested to see as these new other platforms arise. I'm interested to see how they'll go too, because I mean, I understand like for a while they were trying to like stomp out like the opposition's businesses and stuff like that, but it's just never going to happen. I mean, I think all the major automobile companies announced just the other day that they weren't going to mandate anything or anything like that. They were like pro-America type thing, you know?
Well, I like when people are like, why doesn't Trump start his own platform? Dude, you know how long it takes to build that? Like, I remember just building a simple WordPress site. It takes a long time. You're building an intricate fucking maze of fucking coding that none of us understand.
And people are going to try to break his. I can guarantee you that's the first thing, you know?
Well, yeah, I just like having diversity of thought. And right now we're allowed to do a lot on Twitter. Like I say a lot of shit.
Yeah,
that I get away with. And I've only been, I don't even think I've been suspended, knock on wood. But, you know, you got guys who get suspended for, you know, Zuby got suspended for saying, okay, dude, to a transvestite person once. So, or transgender, sorry. My bad. So I don't know what, like they're just kind of temperamental about what they ban you for.
Somebody asked, what's YouTube going to do when the inevitable deaths start happening with these mukbangs? They're going to ignore it.
Yeah.
They'll just suppress any mention of it and ignore it. I mean, just what they do now, you know?
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I think 2020, I've never been more health conscious in my life. And
Ever.
And I like how when you lose weight, like people are like, oh, you look sick. I'm like, no, I look healthy. I lost weight. You know, people are like, you look so skinny in the face. I'm like, yes, I'm very well right now. I should look a lot worse judging by my body fat. But the fact I look this good is because at least this healthy and vibrant, my skin's great is because, dude, we've been doing like biohacking, like, dude, you don't know how many times I'm like, hey, Alan, I tried this new thing out. You should try it. Hey, like the contrast showers and that stuff. Like, it's just things that we're figuring out because we don't want to feel old and we don't want to die. I think it's a very fucking, it's a very selfish endeavor that we're just sharing with all of you.
That's the thing, and Mark and I approach it like I'm very behavioral, and you're doing the biohacking thing. I will say this: the contrast showers are fucking world changing. No shit. Like, I mean, it's amazing how much better I feel during the day. My skin's better, all sorts of shit. You know what I mean? I get the same thing though. Like people for me are like, oh yeah, but now you're so weak. Like, you guys weren't going to give a fuck about my fucking lifting when I was dead. I mean, like.
Yeah, you want to talk about weak. I mean, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of strong bodybuilders keeling over dead, you know? That's what I look at. You know, it's like cardio, the whole heart thing is something that's my focus right now. Like before, look, man, I've mastered immunity. I'm done. I have nothing else to do. We have Vita, we have all this other shit. I'm done. Good.
Amazing.
I have everything. By the way, Vita's in stock right now on Tiger Fitness. And going to back, what is the benefit? But now it's about heart health. Benefits of cold showers. I'll give you one. Dopamine. It gives you a dopamine hit, and it's just, you know what? You step out of it. Like I was cold all day, and I went into the cold shower already cold. My daughter and I took a walk. It stopped raining. You know, after the rain, like you lived in Pittsburgh, and it's fucking not like a Florida rain. But it's the cold storm. It's the cold and damp. My daughter and I went out. I've been cold ever since, and I got out of the cold shower, and right now I'm sweating under this hoodie. So it's dopamine. It creates this nice like it's almost like it actually what happens is when you're cold, your body rushes all of your blood to your organs, and when you step out, your body lets the blood loose to your extremities, which increases blood flow and recovery. And also another thing it does, which is very insignificant, but it activates something called your BAT, your brown adipose tissue, which is your good metabolically active adipose tissue, which is located up in your upper back. And so that actually helps burn more fat. It's not significant, but I'll fucking take it.
Well, several things.
Not good.
At your level, any little fucking bit helps. I mean, because you're getting ready to get you're like what 2 weeks out from a show, right?
Yeah.
So any little fucking bit helps. But I would argue at anybody's level, if they're trying to lose body fat, any little bit helps. I mean, it really does. And the blood flow rushing back to the skin, I really believe that's what helps with elasticity of the skin and stuff like that too. I mean, it's really I've found real benefit in it. You know, somebody asked. Go ahead.
One thing, it makes you uncomfortable, and that's good. You can't live in a state of comfort. So if you can start your day with discomfort in the cold shower, it makes the rest of the day just that much better.
People were asking me about that. Like my favorite time to work out is like living down in Southwest Florida is the middle of the summer outside. And they're like, doesn't that suck? I'm like, yeah, it's a little supposed to. You know what I mean? Like it really is. Like it is me being able to like try to push my body. I find that like my body heats up, and as long as I'm staying hydrated and sweating at a profuse level, I'm good. If I overheat, somebody's like, what do you do if you overheat? I've got a pool like three feet away from where I fucking work out. So I just fucking drop myself into the pool, you know? But being uncomfortable, like we have a whole society that is based around comfort, and that's killing all of us, everybody. Like people don't even want to fucking like, what amazes me is like, if you've checked it out, McDonald's and even the fast food places, their dining areas are becoming smaller and smaller and smaller because their drive-through business is just so fucking radical. Like they've got like the 3-lane drive-throughs now, where it's like people will place orders at 3 different spots and then they come past the window and pick it up. Like, we've reached such a stage of laziness and comfort that it's going to fucking kill society. It really is.
It already is. It already is. And the pandemic showed us that we're weak and frail.
Yeah, weak.
The people who, there's a lot more people doing the dying, you know, and it's obesity. Obesity is the number one cause for all death, period. It's not only a comorbidity, it's an actual cause. It doubled
400,000 people a year.
Insane. One guy asked, though, contrast showers. Let me just outline those. I have a video on it, but it's 3 to 1. So you go a minute and a half. So you start with a minute and a half hot, 30 seconds cold. Well, let's go 90 seconds. 90 seconds. So you do 3 rounds, 6 total minutes. 90 hot, 30 cold, 90 hot, 30 cold, 90 hot, 30 cold, and always end on cold. Yeah. That's how you do it. Me, I just cold shower. I don't even fuck with hot.
Yeah. I do hot, like, because I shave my cranium, the entirety of my head. I do that hot shower, and then I do contrast. I do like 3 rounds of contrast, and then step out on the cold. I fucking love it.
Yeah, when I shave my body, I do the hot shower first. I'm not shaving that shit in cold. I can't do that.
Just in case anybody's wondering, this is what Vita looks like, by the way. Fucking look at the packaging is just fucking amazing, by the way.
Sean procured that. That's fucking amazing. Sean's a genius. Someone asked me, do I wear this because I'm Jewish? Yes, I am Jewish by descent. I am Jewish by practice somewhat. I don't practice Sabbath, but I do believe in a lot of what the Jews believe in. And it's for me, it's more of a heritage thing. My grandfather escaped Auschwitz, and I'll be real. One of the reasons I wear it is critical race theory. I'm tired of people will be like, apologize for your whiteness. I'm like, my people weren't even fucking here. I'm like,
here's my thing.
Pigment.
What if all my relatives died trying to free slaves? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do I still need to apologize?
Well, I told my kids, no, you are never to apologize for your pigment. You didn't do anything to earn. That's not your, like, you were just born like that. You didn't choose. You didn't get a multiple choice box coming out of the vagina. I want to be white. And also, like, I literally know a guy who's a black guy, who's a redhead, who's light skinned. You don't know what the fuck he is. Why do we classify him? So I'm like, I'm never going to apologize for my heritage. I love my heritage. We should all be proud of our heritage. Whether you're of African descent, Jamaican descent, whether you're from King Tut, whatever you are, you know, and your people might have done some pretty nasty things, you know. I believe on my father's side, I had a great grandfather who was a horse thief, whatever the fuck that is. That's how old he is. But
if you look back far enough, everybody has ancestors did some fucked up shit.
But you know what? You know? My grandfather escaped Auschwitz. I come from a long line of really awesome people, and I'm very proud of my heritage. We all should be proud of our heritage, and that doesn't make us superior to another heritage. We should all be proud of who we are, because loving yourself is number one. And if we're telling 3rd graders to hate themselves because they happen to pop out of a vagina a certain color, that's a fucking problem. And I hate it. And anybody who supports that being taught in our schools needs to be punched in the fucking mouth.
Absolutely. Somebody asked, do you read books? If so, quality or quantity each year? You know, I don't read for fucking pleasure that much. I do the Bitely thing, that you turned me on to, which is like Cliff Notes on books. But this is no shit. I bet you if Mark and I pulled up our text conversation and scrolled through, I bet you money there'd be like 300 or 400 studies we've shared between each other on that motherfucker.
Studies are life.
Yeah, because that's what I read all the fucking time.
Yeah. So apparently my star is the way people have incorrectly worshipped Satan. Look, man, it's the fucking Star of David. No.
The thing is, what is it to you? Like, I mean, like what is it? What is it to Mark? And then what the fuck? And then, I'm an atheist. Like what? I don't know where that came from. I guess it came from Instagram. What did you get out of that? Like, did you get something like by trying to tell Mark he's worshiping wrong? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I mean, like, I don't understand that shit. Like, well, I love freedom of religion. You know why? Because it allows me not to get burnt at the fucking stake for saying I don't believe.
Hey, you know man, I mean? Like, I love it though. Let him have, you know, let him have that opinion. At the end of the day, the end of the day, my mom wore this star. My grandfather had this star tattooed on his body by Nazis. I'm not really going to take that. So for me, it's
I know you're not. What the fuck?
I think it's hilarious. But you know what? It's pretty cool to hate Jews now. Anti-Semitism has been a thing, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. But yeah, we'll probably in the next. So any questions, ask them. It's kind of died down a little, so it's a good time. You guys know we have the Black Friday sale. Just here getting some stuff. And also, you guys, I want you to subscribe to the Gainscast channel. It's youtube.com/Gainscast, GAINZCAST. Gainscast is amazing. So any further questions, ask them. We'll do our best to answer it. And if not, man, I'm old. I need to get some sleep. My son has my sons have boxing in the morning. And we'll be perfect, man. So I think on that note, I'm good, man.
Somebody just said hello, Mark.
Oh damn. Now everybody starts asking shit.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it. So Alan, where can they find you? Obviously Gainscast, you can find both of us. Where can they find you?
Gainscast, and then you can find me at our holiday specials are running at damncollective.com. We're running some specials for our coaching. And our second book will be out here within hopefully next week. It's Beyond Willpower, the Hunger Management Method. You can find me at the MMXI COO on both Instagram and Twitter. And then I'm the Alan Roberts on TikTok, and I'm just Alan Roberts now on YouTube. I used to be Every Damn Day Fitness, for those of you guys that fucking didn't know. But and I wanted to do more than fitness, so that's just while they allow me to be on YouTube. And I do really suggest for the Gainscast, I really suggest you either go to Spotify or Apple, because most people have one or the other, and I don't know how long they're going to allow us to remain Gainscast.
Spotify lets us do video, though. We're one of the people doing videos, so.
Yeah.
We appreciate.
And I don't know how long that YouTube will allow us to keep talking the way we talk.
Well, hopefully just tonight. Well, we appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to sign off. TigerFitness.com up and running now. I see you guys on the Gainscast.